Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited for this. Already prepped and primed my skin. I have all of my skincare products on. I only use Dermatology. It's the only thing my skin can tolerate. So that's all I have on, and I did that about 20 minutes prior. You can check out my other videos and I will have all the products in the description box below. And I do have an affiliate link with Dermatology. I had these eye masks on in the first portion of this video when I first started filming this, and then realized I had no audio. So that was lovely. Anyway, the Dermatology KRA 20 gets you 20% off. These brightening eye masks are everything to me, you guys. Seriously, it has changed my concealer game. I had my concealer, I had the Dior one on, this one that I just rated, and I had it on for 13 hours the other day, and my concealer didn't crease at all. And every time I use these eye masks and this Smashbox, it does that. It's phenomenal. So I have my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. We're gonna put a little bit more of that, and then we'll just kind of talk about the details of this product a little bit. This is the brand new Luxury Cream Foundation from GOSS. I did get shade 8, and I also got shade 12. This classic cream formula glides onto the skin like silk, delivering a buildable coverage with a satin finish that looks, feels, and wears just like real beautiful skin, no matter what age you are. And he did test this on over 50 skin. The beauty of what GOSS did with this foundation is he basically gave us pure pigment. He gave us almost 30% pigment, which is a lot like RCMA, Graftobian, Krylon, a lot of those cosmetic brands out there that are geared towards pro makeup artists and stage theater. I used a lot of RCMA growing up as a dancer, professional dancer. So I love that he didn't give us all the fluff with his foundation, where there's all these ingredients that are going to affect somebody like me who has very sensitive skin. And there's nothing in there. And as you can see, that it's a very short list because a lot of the other ones are just the color dyes. So this foundation comes in 12 different shades. It runs $38 if you buy the foundation by itself. You can buy the powder by itself for $28 and the puff for $10, or you can buy the bundle for $76. Now you're not saving any money by buying the bundle, so you can buy them separately if you say, like, right now, Christy, I can't quite afford all of it right now. Then just go with the foundation and try it out. See if you like it for $38. So you're not missing out by not getting the bundle. I did just get the bundle. So I wasn't sure. I was kind of on the fence between 8 and 9. I know Lise and Crystal and I were all going back and forth over DMs and messages. And anytime you have a question on shade range, let me help you out. You guys just message me on either the comments below or even on Instagram at Christy Allure is my Instagram handle. So this is shade 8. I'll show the up close shots right there. This is light medium with a warm undertone. I tend to be more neutral with like a slight yellow undertone as my color of skin. And then I also picked up shade 12, which is the lightest shade, and basically this is kind of the mixer shade is how he described it. So let's just say this is a little too dark for me. I can mix the 12 in there and lighten it up a little bit. And no, it's not 30 shades in his range, but he is a self-funded company, you guys. He does everything himself. He's got to go slow. So just be patient with the shade range, and they're very flexible shades. So we're going to use this puff, and one side is the smooth side. So I'll show you the up close shots, and that side is basically to use the cream foundation. And then you can flip over, and the longer fibers, the more textured side is more like a traditional velour puff. We're gonna try some of his techniques, which is really filling in that lighter shade into like your fold lines right here, your laugh lines, any type of hollow areas. If you have really like hollow under eye area, you know, bags or discolorization, you can fill that in the shadowed area and make it pop out so that it looks like you've had work done, which is nice. So we're gonna try that, and that's his special technique. He's always talked about that even before his foundations. So we're gonna use shade 8 first, then we'll go in and do his techniques. So we're just gonna go in with my Smashbox, just a clear smoothing primer that basically just wears so well, is non-comedogenic, and is my one primer that I know is tried and true and just amazing and works with every single foundation. So I'm just gonna take that and just kind of make sure I have a nice smooth area to work with, especially where my texture is. So now my skin, nice and poreless. All right, so we're gonna go in, and he said to just use it like that, dip it in there, and then this is the smooth side, and then you're gonna go down like this. You're gonna go down the skin. Ooh, it just glides on, you guys. How nice is that? And it's so easy. That's what I love about that. Just say you're not like really good at makeup. It's nice. And then we'll take a little bit on the forehead. And he always said to go down. And if you press, like it's supposed to be like a gentle, firm motion. But if you press and swipe like that, it's supposed to really smooth out your pores. My imperfections are still kind of peeking through, but that's because I went light, but it's still so smoothing and it looks like skin. It just is beautiful. All right, so I'm going to take that onto the back of my hand, or I'm sorry, onto my finger, and we're just going to go like this, just kind of do stripes down my face like that. Get my towel, and then we're going to take my brush and we're just going to kind of, oh, I think it goes on just as beautifully with the brush too. And it just depends on what kind of finish you guys want. I do feel like a brush, again, is always gonna give you, as I always tell you guys, it's gonna give you more coverage. This is actually a perfect shade for me. So I'm gonna try just putting it on the brush just to kind of see too. Oh, I kind of like it on the brush like that. Cause see how I tapped that? By tapping that in like that, you're really allowing that product to kind of, and then I can melt it in later with the sponge. Ooh, I kind of like that too. Let's try a sponge on my forehead just so we can try all different applications. So this is my Dose of Colors sponge. It's my go-to sponge. Oh my gosh, it works perfectly with all of these applicators. So it really doesn't matter. I mean, it just depends on you. Let's just say you don't have the extra $10. It still goes on beautifully. So what you can do is take that, and what I would do is just apply it with this. I think a little bit firmer than I was doing. Yeah, this is actually a perfect shade, you guys. It like literally blends perfectly into my skin. I think because I used my Kiehl's, it is more luminous on me. I think if you want a more mattifying effect, you know, I will get it mattifying with the powder, but if you want that more mattifying effect, I think you're gonna have to use more of a mattifying primer, especially if you have oily skin. So just be aware of that, because it is more of an emollient cream foundation, but it's beautiful. I mean, my skin looks so healthy, and that is a perfect match. Let's see it. I don't think it's going to oxidize, but we'll see if it does, but I don't really, I mean, by now I would have seen it, and I don't think it's going to oxidize. Actually, we're gonna leave this open because we're gonna use this as concealer. So we are gonna mix, because I like my eyes more brighter, and I do wanna try his technique, just like a flat brush right into those folds. And don't worry, it's gonna look crazy right now. And anywhere you wanna brighten up, like we'll do it right here. So we're just gonna do that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to mix the light and the two of them together on my brush. We'll do that. This way it kind of really blends really well too by doing that and not using a totally different concealer. So I'm just going like this, and then I'm going like that. I'm just mixing the two. I'm gonna take just the shade 8 on my sponge, go over those areas. Oh my gosh, that totally filled in my lines. Do you see that? Hello, where's those frown lines? The beauty of this product is no matter what applicator I'm using, I'm loving. So usually sometimes it's like, oh, one or the other. My skin looks very radiant. So this is not my preference, but it looks beautiful and healthy. I tend to like more of a mattifying look, but we're gonna see if that powder can take it down to more of a mattifying look. But I think it just is, my skin looks really, really pretty though. I have to say that. So we are gonna try setting it down with the powder now. I think this is really great for a concealer if you don't, like, you tried a lot of concealers out and a lot of them made you crease, or you didn't like concealer, like you just never found a good one. I think this is a very good way of doing it. So you basically can cut out having to buy an extra concealer. For my preference, I tend to like more of a mattifying concealer or semi-matte type concealer. I still would probably go in with my one size for future, but I still like it. It's it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. And I love that that filled in my laugh lines. Like that was like incredible. All right, so we just have like a little sticker right there, and this is so finely milled, you guys. This is $28. It's about $1.12 per gram, because I think there's about 25 grams of product, 0.88 ounces. So a lot of product you're getting in there. And this is a very weightless, and when he says weightless, he's not kidding. It is weightless. It is so finely milled. It reminds me a lot of my Hourglass one, which is the only loose powder I can use. So we're gonna try this on the other side of the puff. So we're gonna flip it over, and we're going to use the more textured, longer fiber, and we're going to take that, and I'll show you guys what he did with making his highlighter look really, really pretty as well. So we'll tap off the extra, and we're just gonna start blotting that into the skin. Oh yeah, see, that took down that shine. So it's there where I still see the radiance of my skin, but it's mattifying it a little bit more, which is my preference. And it just depends on what your preference is. A lot of people like that more that more dewy effect. This weightless powder blurs the look of pores and blemishes while imparting a velvet matte finish to the skin. It's an ultra finely milled powder that melts into the skin without adding unwanted texture or altering the color of a foundation. Creates a silky velvet matte finish and softens unwanted shine, has a very subtle blurring effect. Yeah, this is virtually undetectable, this powder. This is a really good one. This is the BK Beauty 105. All right, you guys, so this is how everything came together. I just filmed another video that will be out next week with this eyeshadow look and testing out some more new makeup. But I just want to wrap this up by saying I am impressed with this foundation. And again, I like the fact that he left off all the other fluff and just really gave us foundation. He gave us pigment, which is needed, right? Especially for mature skin. We want to make sure we keep our skin looking youthful. I'm going to be 1000% honest with you guys. As always, I love Wayne. I love his makeup. I love everything about him. I love everything he creates. I love all his techniques, his advice. I can't say it's my #1 foundation, and that's just me being honest, and that's just my skin type, okay? Everybody has different skin types and preferences. I love it, and I can't wait to keep exploring with it and playing with it more, but do I love it more than I love my HD Skin or my Armani Luminous Silk? No, but do I love it like right below that? Yes, and I like it for a different purpose. So because on a normal day, I don't typically wear liquid foundation, I only do powder, as I mentioned earlier. This is the type of product I would use to like spot conceal with, basically, and then go in with my powder. And why I say that is just because of it's so emollient that it almost like you might want to, if you have very oily skin, I would recommend watching other YouTubers who have I don't have oily skin. I don't know how it's going to wear on oily skin. So that's something I would just be mindful, or use a very mattifying primer like he states in the video before going in there. But I can't attest to that because I don't know. I don't have oily skin to test that out. Again, keep watching this video as we get towards the end of the day and outdoor wear test, you'll be able to see. But do I think it is very beautiful, and do I feel like it's something that was, you know, missing in the market since Kevyn Aucoin had his out a while back? I do think the Kevyn Aucoin one was a little drying. So for my dry skin, it just looked cakey, where this one doesn't. So I really appreciate that. And again, I will just keep playing with it and see how I like using it. I think it is very beautiful for dry skin though. For dry skin, mature skin, I think it just melts into the skin in the most beautiful, flawless way. I think it is a very beautiful powder. If you're one of those out there that don't like powder, like you just don't really like to use powder and you like to leave your skin looking more luminous, you don't want to adjust the color tone at all, this is perfect. For someone like me, I just like pigment in my powders, so I prefer my pore filling primers like the Charlotte Tilbury one. I still would reach for that more, and I still like setting my under eye with my one size. It's just, that's my routine, it's my go-to, and nothing really has derailed me from that. And I think think 8 is perfect for me. I don't think I would have gone to 9. I would have stuck with 8 no matter what. So I'm glad I picked this shade, and I'm glad I was like on the fence with it. So if you're very similar to me, I think 8 is beautiful. Let me know if you did pick up 9, how that turns out as well. But 9 is Wayne Goss's color, and I don't think him and I are the same skin tone. I think he has more pink undertones. I do think that Wayne Goss did a really, really good job with this foundation. So I am gonna give this an overall rating of 4 out of 5 stars. I think it is a beautiful foundation. I didn't expect anything less from him. I think he's phenomenal. By the way, I do have his mascara on. I love this mascara, you guys. It's my new favorite mascara. It is unbelievably good. And then I have the Weightless blush highlighter duo. So I do have the highlighter on and the blush. It is really pretty. This is in Coral Rose. One thing he did point out, I'm just gonna show you guys because I did it off camera, is I'm just taking this on my Sigma F35. And I'll show you guys. So that's, you know, a little bit stronger. I forgot how much I love this highlighter. I need to pull this out and use this way more because this is one of my favorite highlighters ever made. It is so good. But you see how that's kind of intense. I like that, but for some people it's just a little too much. So what you can do is take the Weightless powder, and you can take his airbrush. That's what he did in his video with the powder, the translucent powder. Really pretty. I did it off camera and I really liked it. And see how it just kind of melted the highlighter in? So that's where I find that this powder is really great for that, because it didn't adjust anything. Whereas like even my Veil translucent powder from Hourglass has a pigment in there. So there is a place for everything. It's just, where is that place in my makeup routine and preferences, and where is it in yours? It's going to be different for everybody. So love that. Again, if you are not a powder person, you're going to love this powder. And for $28, you guys, that is such an affordable price point for a luxury. We're talking luxury makeup line, okay? And self-funded by Wayne Goss. So he's doing a phenomenal job. Let's try not to criticize him too much on the shade range, because again, it takes a lot of money to develop a entire makeup line, and that's what he's doing, and he's doing the best he can. And these shades are very flexible. So this 8, I probably could have gone 8 or 9. I probably could have done either one. And I think if I would have probably went lighter on the concealer, maybe like shade 10, that would be really pretty too as a concealer. So I'd like to maybe try that out. I'd love to try a contour color out because I think that would be beautiful. And all of his eyeshadow brushes, you guys know I use all of his eyeshadow brushes. I just love them so much. He's doing such a great job. Congratulations on another successful launch, Wayne, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for all your love and support. If you're new here, before you go, please hit that subscribe button and click that post notification bell. Join our beautiful glam fam. We're here every Thursday and Sunday now, so twice a week, and we'll be getting more videos out, maybe even add another one on there down the road. I'm getting better on my editing, you guys, getting faster, a little bit faster. So thank you for bearing with me. Some weeks, sometimes I may not have it during the week, just depending on how my week goes. But love you guys, and follow me at Christy Allure on Instagram, on TikTok, Christy Allure, and check out my new merch, Glamorous Life Collections. I did have to switch my shirt out because I ended up doing a blue eyeshadow look. So this is our blue V-necks. I hope you guys like these. Let me know, comment below if you've purchased anything else. I love hearing your feedback, and I will see you guys on the next video. Love you guys. Bye. All right, you guys, so it's been about 8 hours. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, and I need to get to editing this video. So I think an 8-hour wear test is a good test to let you guys see how it's wearing. I'm gonna pull you guys in here, and I just don't know if it wore the best on my skin type. I still, like I said, I think I prefer the Makeup Forever one just because it just wears better, or the Armani Luminous Silk on me. I think it is very mature skin friendly, but I just don't know if it's wearing the way I prefer my foundations to wear. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys, love you.